few weeks ago, we ended the studies on the book of Ephesians. And Paul, in chapter 6, from verse 10, made a very passionate call in Ephesians 6, 10 to 18, that we should put on the whole armor of God, not some of the armor of God. And what is the reason? So that we will be able to withstand when the evil days come. The evil days will surely come for one of us or two at different times in life. No human being made in the image of God and born into this world escapes the evil days. If it doesn't come in the morning of life, it's waiting for the afternoon of life. If you escape it in the afternoon of life and the morning, it is inescapable in the evening of life. None of us has it all in this room now. Some have much money than they need, but they don't have all the health they need. They wished at some point in their life they were even poor, but had their health intact. Some are full of energy, nothing do them. The body is complete, everywhere is bouncing. But it's a lot of war to pay fees beyond acceptance fee. I'm handling a case which I've been on for 2 years. It's one of the many we do. And I'm very proud of your pastor because we are in this business together and we know. We grew up here the hard way. We worked our hands to blisters to pay. And God blessed us and we graduated. And over decades, we are able to understand those who suffer. When God will use a person, God will put that person through the crucibles of life, not as a punishment, but in order to prepare this person to be able to sympathize with others to whom he or she will be ministering in the future. God hardly uses anyone who has it all. Because when he picks one who has it all, he leaves a stain on the person. Apostle Paul had it all. Even when he was persecuting people, he was a notable person, he was an elite scholar, he was rich, everything was in place. But God knew he would be using him. And God put a thorn in his flesh, which 3 times he prayed about for God to take it away. And 3 times God said no. In 2 Corinthians chapter 12. He said, 3 times I pleaded with God to take this away, and 3 times God said no. But God made one promise. He said, my grace will be sufficient for you in this condition. I don't know what you're going through. I told you when I picked up the microphone that I don't rub oil on deep wounds. I use iodine and scrape it on, harden it, and it heals fast. Because when you've been through wounds, anyway, you can see one here, it's still there. That was elementary 2, football. So don't make a mistake about that. We've done everything you've done. If I pull down this, you see scrapes all on my elbows and on my knees as a goalkeeper. I jumped twice my height in my youthful days. And on the volleyball court, I was spike on someone who is taller than me, and he can't block me. And if you watch my shoulder, you will notice that I'm not exaggerating. It is built for sports. If I pull up, you see a special muscle bundle that laps up your knee here on those who train well, because it protects their knees. It's still there. It's not by power or by might. Sometime in your life, you sit back and look at those days and you say, but you thank God because you enjoyed them. So I tell you honestly, enjoy your life now, because the evil days will come. But when I mean enjoy your life, does not mean ruin your life. Because there are things you do now that will ruin your life now. You won't even enjoy it anymore. Yes, I'm doing that. Thank you for connecting. I like it. Jesus said, very simple, loud and clear, If you hear the things I've said, beginning from when he started teaching in Matthew chapter 5, verse 1, when they sat down, until the last word he said before he came down in 8, verse 1. So what does that tell us to do? If you want to understand everything Jesus said, it is beyond the beatitude. Those 9 blessings are the introductory blessings to the real teaching. The main teachings are packed full, and I will not be unpacking them because they are quite a lot. I will only mention them in blocks. There are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 complete teachings he made in one sitting. If it were today, you walk out from his audience because your attention span is, except that when it is time to enjoy, we lose consciousness of time. We can praise and pray and sing for 3 hours. But when it comes to listening to the word, the preacher had better make it short. I hope I did not fail the exam you set for me yesterday. Excellent. Okay, now today I'll do a repeat of the course because I'll preach till 12 noon. The time you took yesterday, I'll borrow today. Okay. Jesus taught about 13 items. He started with the blessings, so it's item 1. He blessed them with 9 blessings that are based on conditions. Blessed are you if you do this. Today we just like pronouncing basis. 9 blessings, 9 premises. Are we together? Check those 9 again. From verse 3 to 12. There is no blessing that was not tied to what is happening for you to be blessed. And part of that included allowing yourself to be insulted. Did we read it yesterday? Did we? So if you can't be insulted, you have lost one out of the 9 blessings. If no one can insult you and go away free without you giving that person a piece of your mind, I'll give you a piece of my mind. That piece you gave has gone, so you've lost a piece of your mind. Maybe you were not thinking about it. I give him a piece of my mind. That piece has gone. And that's how you continue giving pieces of your mind until you lose your mind. God forbid. But somebody must begin now to learn to hold back and have your mind in one piece instead of giving pieces of your mind out. If that is all this week works out for one person, I'll eat my lunch with gladness and joy. That you no longer give out a piece of your mind to someone. Because when you are doing that, number one, you don't care what happens to you. And you don't care about what happens to that person. He can go to blazes while you go to hell. I damn you. We use all those kind of words. And when we are done, when we recover,